Hello guys, my name is Mubiru Elton Felix. I am a software engineering student and a community team lead. Welcome to today's session. Imagine you and a group of friends have been given a project to develop an application where fellow students can upload lecture notes, past papers, and project images, right? So at the start, this app does work well, but as time goes, you can't track the number of files being uploaded, who is using what, the size of the files. So the system starts to degrade in performance due to a fill up in storage, and then hence it crashes. So today we are going to understand how companies like Amazon are able to have billions and billions of files, no matter the size, and still be able to scale, work properly without crashing. Today we'll be introducing a service called Amazon S3.
Now, how do we solve the problems of limited data storage due to large or many PDF uploads before our app actually crashes? Now, that's where S3 comes in. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, and it's Amazon's answer to our problems. Now, when we shift to S3, we throw out the old rules of traditional server folders, and in the world of S3, there are no files and there are no traditional directories. The moment a student uploads a lecture note or past paper to our platform, it is treated as an object, right? Now, we shift from traditional local directory to Amazon S3 object storage. Now, what is an object? An object is a self-contained data packet. Instead of sitting inside a folder as in traditional local directory, we have what we call a bucket, which is a flat, massive cloud-based container, right? So every object your classmates upload is broken down into three fundamental pieces, which is a key, a value, and then metadata. Now, the key is that path used to locate the asset. The value is just a sequence of bytes making up the PDF or project, right? Then the metadata is the dictionary of the key value pairs containing data about a given file. Now, so as you can see, now because it handles data this way, S3 gives us three massive structural superpowers that completely eliminate our server crashing worries. Now, free hosting platforms like Render normally reset their file systems, right? But here, when a student trusts the platform with their structured lecture notes or her past paper solution, they expect it to remain online forever. Now, S3 gives us completely decoupled permanent storage. Now, because your backend application no longer holds data or the files locally, your web servers stay completely stateless. So even if your web server crashes under heavy traffic during final exams, you can tear it down and spin up 3 to 5 new ones instantly. They all reference the same exact permanent centralized S3 bucket address. Now we go to durability and scale. Now on the slides, I have durability. Now let me first explain scale, then we come to durability. Now, traditional infrastructure forces you to guess how many files students will upload this semester before you buy a physical disk space in advance. But if you underestimate the disk, it fills up and the app crashes. But with S3, there's no pre-provisioning. This means that the total volume of data and number of objects you can store are completely infinite, scaling hands-free from megabytes to almost petabytes, right? So more importantly, when you write a file to S3, AWS automatically replicates the object across a minimum of 3 physically separated availability zones. Now this is where we come with durability. It boosts an engineered 99.99911 nines, right, of structural durability. That's it. Sorry, if our app grows to store 10 million past papers, we expect to lose exactly one document every 10,000 years. That's how durable S3 is. Now let's talk about student-friendly pay. Now, as students, you have a fixed and limited budget. So as students, we love building prototypes. Now, paying fixed upfront monthly fees for massive server disks you aren't fully using is a bottleneck, right? So S3 utilizes a pay-as-you-go or consumption-based pricing model. You don't pay a single cent to create a bucket or keep it active. S3 standard storage costs about 0.023 USD per gigabyte per month. So if our app let's say hosts 2 GB of campus notes during our initial testing phase, our storage bill for the entire month will be less than 5 cents. Now, I would love to thank you for attending this session, and probably in the next session shall be having a practical feel of this. Thank you so much.